Doktor Bunu kanalına hoş geldiniz arkadaşlar. Bugün Sherlock Holmes'un Suçlar ve Cezalar adlı 27. bölümüyle devam ediyoruz. Bir önceki bölümde hatırlarsanız bu bir deney yapmıştık. O deneyle ilgili bir bulgular yapmıştık. Tam olarak ne olduğunu bilmediğim için bitkiler hakkında bilenler yapabilir. Ona göre bir şey yazabilir. Ondan sonra Bay Hamidish'le konuştuk. Sonra Albert'la konuştuk bu şeylerle ilgili. Dolapta bulduğumuzlarla ilgili. Ondan da bir ipucu yaptık. Şimdi Kutsal Sendika'ya doğru gidiyoruz. Buradan da devam edeceğiz. Kısa ve öz geçeyim dedim. Kutsal Sendika'ya doğru sürekli bahsedilen yere doğru gidiyoruz. Kamerayı düzelttim de. Şimdi buraya.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Şöyle yavaş yürüyeyim de. Ben de çok seviyorum ya bu Çin çançonların şeylerini. Ama Çin çançonları sevmiyorum. Eğitmen.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock.
I am exalting the sap. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance. Do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcomed you are. To introduce myself, I am the Green
Ben
Grand
yüce
Mystic.
yeşil mistikim.
The Green Grand Mystic
Kendisi mi?
himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen
Sherlock
who are
Holmes mu?
extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
Etrafa
We
bak.
should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
Ne bir etrafa bakmamız lazım.
It is a school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation. You may say, the divine syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only
O ne demek lan?
devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
Öyleymiş ha. Saksılarınızla ilgili.
We visited Kew Gardens, and we found your symbols on their flower pots.
Coincidence, I am thinking. They would scavenge our refuse. It would not surprise me.
It was merely an observation.
Hazır.
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
Ulan
What
Sherlock.
is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Trevon
Our God
Tanrı.
King's name is Trewan, Green Grand Mystic.
Oh la, good, good, I like you. Here is the holy key to the wisdom place. Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
But of course,
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Şimdi bu adamın bir kişiliğine bakalım. Şurada bir dövmesi var. Başka neyi var? Nasırlı parmaklar. Asit yanığı, kimyasal. Kimyasalla ilgilenen bir
Well, we will
eğitmen.
leave you to your meditation.
Buraya mı geleceğiz? Aha.
A fragment of a flower pot.
Yürüyecek misin artık?
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Kılıfı araştıralım.
The Kew Gardens symbol.
Evet.
That should be
Bunlara
the
bakalım.
raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of. It is rather delicious and of an excellent quality.
Ne da
My
bu?
word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
Bu kim?
You came to make a donation? Glo-
This must
Devam
be
mı?
Triwan, the Divine Syndicate's god. This door is locked, but I can try to open it.
Şu çizgiyi getiriyoruz. Heh.
These instruments are used for smoking opium.
Afyon içmek için. Küllükmüş bu. Kimya dolabı.
This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens. That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments. A vast amount of opium.
Afyon. Hayır abi. Burayla ilgili bir şeyimiz kaldı mı? Bunlarla ilgili bir şey kalmadı.
You came to make a donation? Glory to Triwan.
Bununla ilgili. Hayırseverlerle
The
ilgili.
list of plant friends and benefactors, lawyers, well-known manufacturers, political leaders.
Burada hepsi yazıyor. Başkan yazıyor burada. Ha, burası da var.
A tropical plant, nothing of interest.
Bir dakika. Niye geçtim ben
A
ama?
tropical plant, nothing of interest.
Öyle ilgili pek bir şey mi yok? Şunlara bakalım.
A tropical plant, nothing of interest. A tropical plant, nothing of interest. These three plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them.
Bulgular. Şüphelenen malzemeler. Albert. Onu ne yaptım hatırlamıyorum. Deneye hazırla.
A tropical plant.
Tropikal.
A tropical plant, nothing of interest.
Tamam, burayla ilgili bir şey.
This green grand mystic fellow seems rather suspicious, Holmes. We should search every inch of this place. This
İnceliyorum zaten. Dur bir. Kardeşim benim. Bu ne?
Caterpillars. They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them. Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment.
Ahmet ben açtıydıdan bahçeye gideyim.
Tamam anne tamam. Tamam. Şimdi tekrar şeyle konuşacağız. Eğitmenle konuşacağız.
Do you have
Okay, watch the
friends
leader.
at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy there.
Bu değil mi değil?
None. Not worthy there.
Cümlük. Allah Allah.
None. Not worthy there. None. Not worthy there. None. Not worthy there.
Hangisiydi?
Do you have
None. Not worthy there.
Abi. Ya. Of, çok özür dilerim, çok özür dilerim.
None. Not worthy there.
Kafayı yiyeceğim ya. Allah'ım sen bana
Do
sor.
you have...
No, not worthy there.
Heh,
Nevertheless, we have seen some
semboliymiş.
gardens flower pots in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search? Sacrilege.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No, those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Done.
Tamam.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his green fly-infested gardens. But he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
I see. So, if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg your pardon. And yet you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Well, we will leave.
Aha, çalınan bitkileri kimin aldığını gördük. Sendika hırsızları. Kısmi hırsızlık diyelim. Evimize doğru. Gidelim, deneyimizi yapalım. Oh. Hey. Evet.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask. This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid. It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid. This plant seems to have had no reaction from the caterpillars. This plant... It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more. I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating. This plant seems to have had no reaction from the caterpillar. It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Aha bak.
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary. The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the
Aynen,
right
böyle
moment.
olmuş işte, böyle olmuş.
Let us take our caterpillars to the colonial collection room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Ölümcül White'in çalışmaları. Bayan Wade. Bak, bu kadın benden zaten şüpheliydi. Bitkiler. Şimdi bunu tekrar sonra mı yapsak? Koloni koleksiyon ne? Ha. Şimdi tekrar şeye dönüyoruz. Geldik. Tamam. Bay Hamdish. Konuşabilir miyiz?
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes,
Aynen.
of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
O
What were
sabahki
you doing
uğraşlar.
on the morning of the accident?
Ne
After
yapıyordun
paying
orada?
multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly, I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Albert'ta konuşalım.
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious. Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes, he came
Evet,
here with
ama
Mr.
işte
Hamish for his
için
weekly
buraya
visit.
geldi.
There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing.
Sonra ne oldu?
They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
And Mr. Hamish
Diğer
and Miss
insanlar?
White? What were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Tekrar şu White'in yanına gidelim.
Can you tell me what
Ölüm
Mr. Dunn was
günüyle ilgili ne
doing on the
söyleyebilir?
day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
10 dakika gecikmişti.
And then?
Evet.
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
Ölüm
And
zamanı
that
ile
was the
ilgili.
last time you saw him.
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert to Mr. Hamish from the large glass house.
Sen niye burada kaldın ki?
For I knew that something
Acaba?
must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You
Kayıtlarınızla
say
ilgili ne
you were
söylediniz?
recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Thank you, miss.
Bir zaman.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
Bununla ilgili bir şey araştırmayacağız herhalde, değil mi? Burayla ilgili mi acaba? Bayan Waite'in yanına mı gideceğiz? Yani şu an kimse yok da.
Nursery.
Buraya bakmamışız.
These leather gloves are new and of good quality. They do not appear to have been used. Materials
Okay.
for college study. They belong to Albert. This place serves as Albert's office. A book about ships.
Gemiler
Nothing at
hakkında.
all to do with plants.
Burada ne bulmalıyız, ben onu çözemedim ya.
Dry tropics.
Ha, kayıtla ilgili bir şey izleyecektik sanki. Dur.
Water lily.
Çok biliyoruz. Bunu okuduk.
According to
Aynı şey zaten. Yok bu değil. Bak. Bu. Bu. E. E.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to
Oo, o yüzden
activate.
zehirlenmiş.
Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system. The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Devam etmeliyiz.
Before start, the power is on. The engine cannot be started whilst the transmission is active. The engine has started. The ventilation system is working. From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room. Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
Tam buraya devam ediyor.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Tamam. Havalandırma ölümcül hasat. Hem dış fırsatı. Ölümcül hasatı Albert'ın hırsı. Bu ne? Hem de diş katil olabilir. Kutsal sandıkta bu tıkla çalmak için montaj ürününü koruyun. Dedim sonra dikkat etmeyin. Şans.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Bay Hamid'i tutuklayacağız. Ben kadından şüpheleniyordum ama evet.
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
Bir zaman sonra geldik.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
Ve Büyük Sera neresi lan? Burası mı?
Holmes, my God!
Yes, we found him like that.
Our messing around with the
Ana!
ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
Yazık lan adama. Niye böyle bir şey yaptın ya? Depo? Benim depomda mı? Bu değil mi abi? Lan. Allah Allah. Hay Allah'ım ya, sen bana sabır ver. Arkadaş, illa bir şeye mi basmam lazım, söylemem lazım.
Mr. Holmes?
Nerede inceleyeceğim ben onu?
According to this, dry tropics.
Depo değil, neresi ya?
nursery.
Allah Allah. Acaba odada mı ilgileneceğiz? Anlamadım ya.
It's not.
Bir Lester'da konuşalım bari. Hiçbir şey anlamadım ama.
Locked. This watch is of great value. A beautiful feather pen of a good make. A membership card for the London Crest Club.
Oğulları baskı şirketinin müdürü var. Dostum kebap açılarında büyük sergili hazırladı postları çok güzel. Farklı versiyonda mahvetmek kesin gereksiz. Sadece benim adım yeterli olacaktır. Bir inceleyemiyoruz abi. Ben geçmiyor mu? Ben size bir şey söyleyeyim mi? O adamla konuşacağız ya. %100. Lan Çinçançon. Gel la buraya.
Follow my path, and better you will fear.
Us praised.
Nereye gideceğim ki ben? Hiçbir şey anlamadım. Ya sabır ya. Depo dediğin neresi ya? Allah Allah. Neyse. Bunu bence bir sonraki bölümde şey yapalım. Beni izlediğiniz için teşekkür ediyorum. Çok uzun video oldu. Kusura bakmayın. Şimdiden anlaşınız için teşekkür ediyorum. Beğenmeyi, abone olmayı, zilleri açmayı, paylaşmayı unutmayın lütfen.